Hi, my name's Toby, and this is a series of videos that I'm making just to try and put the ICF core competencies into my own words and sort of reflect on my own experience and basically breathe some life into those competencies in a way that makes them real for me. So the first core competency is around ethical practice, and for me that exists in a number of different ways. Now the first thing that's sort of center of that is this idea of integrity, honesty. Very noble and easy to say, but actually I've seen it and I've felt it, that desire, that sort of ostrich syndrome where you know that something might be evolving in a way that doesn't feel right instinctively, but you'll put your head in the ground, you don't go there. So there's something about having courage to say to your coachee, listen, is this working? Or is this working? Is there an issue here? Having that courage and honesty and transparency really matters. I think there's also something about just sensitivity and being respectful both in your language, but in also just being open and curious to trying to understand where your client's coming from in terms of their values and their cultures. I think something that also really matters for me is this idea of confidentiality. I think that's, at the center of the trust you build as a coach and coachee is that sense of confidentiality, but also being explicit at the very start of the coaching journey that there are some exceptional situations, for example, if you feel there's potential risk to your coachee, to your client, that you might need to provide information to other relevant authorities. But it's about doing that in a very upfront and transparent way. And I think the final thing that sits within this integrity competency is this idea of understanding the boundaries and limitations of you as a coach. And by limitations, that does not mean that you're falling short in some way. It's this idea that you explicitly define what coaching is, but also what it isn't. And there might be a moment, and there have been moments in my coaching journey, where if I'm acting in service to my coachee, to my client, then the best thing I can do is say, actually, I think a therapist might be more appropriate for you in this situation based on what you presented to me. And having that sense of when and how to seek external help and to refer feels really important in terms of defining integrity as a coach. I hope that makes sense, and I'm going to follow up with another video taking forward my understanding of the ICF core competencies as well. Have a really good day.